What's up, everybody? Welcome to another fun episode of Newberg and Hannah, and the Advice Guys with Hannah and Newberg. I'm Gigantic Head on the left. With me today on the show, we have Blonde Laugher and Confused Sad Guy with bigger headphones than his head. We're all excited to be here today, but we're very excited because we have three separate complexions. We have peach, we have straight up Caucasian, and we have what looks to be like apple. And it's very good. So if you're watching only, you're like, is that Neapolitan ice cream, but a podcast? The answer is yes. If you're listening, it's the same fun you're used to each and every week. Hannah, Josh, how are you both?
I'm thriving.
Thriving.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Josh, how you doing? You said your fingers hurt.
My fingers don't hurt. I broke a finger last night.
You physically broke a finger?
I broke a finger. You saw it happen
It was at your
From the bowl?
when I fell off the bull. Yeah.
So this is what happens from my perspective, and then you can just tell me whether or not I'm correct or incorrect, Josh. So you were like, I just turned an older age. I'm going to prove I can still do something. I'm going to get on a mechanical bull. And then you're like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
No, none of those. None of
None
those
of
are the
it.
case. It was more so. Although this morning I was like, maybe I should write a movie about a broken down old bull rider,
That's funny.
like The Wrestler, but with bull riding.
Like a real
Um,
bull, but like how funny would it be if he was like a professional mechanical bull rider?
that would be hilarious and sad. They used to back in the day at Saddle Ranch. They used to have like legit competitions, and a friend of mine could like ride the bull on the highest level. I can like ride it like on a 7 or 8 out of 10, as you saw last
There's
night.
different levels.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it goes up to 10. Like most
Whoa.
people, they never go past like a 4 or a 5.
Huh.
I like rode horses when I was a kid, so I can ride it a little bit.
It goes
Um,
it goes from tourist to loser. Those are
Pretty
the
much, and I'm
tourist
somewhere in
to
the somewhere in the middle.
tourist to loser. Um, Hannah, if I recall last night, all three of us were at this sensational party yesterday. Hannah showed up. We just heard voices. We couldn't figure out what was talking, and then we looked down. And we're like, "Oh, there's Hannah," because she's not very tall. And you said
I
that you
was
have.
genuinely surprised by how not tall Hannah is.
You literally didn't recognize me. You're looking at me like, why do I know this person?
Well, I was like, I didn't know Peter Dinklage came to my birthday, and
Yeah,
then it was you.
yeah. I was about to tell you that I got you a midget wrestler for your
That's not
birthday.
words we use.
We can't say wrestler. They don't say little people wrestlers. They don't. It's if it's one word and it's okay.
I don't think that that's a thing anymore, though. That's
Oh, you don't
like
think they
19. Yeah, like that's Andy Kaufman times.
Okay. Well, I didn't think that they were going to have the original. I gave you for your birthday one of the original cast members of the movie The Wizard of Oz. Is that? Can I say that?
Yes, yes, you can.
Okay. So Hannah shows up and she's like, "Boy, do I have a story for you." And we wouldn't be able to have a show if we didn't start off talking about Hannah and her quest to make good decisions. And I'm just going to say it has something to do with a mug, if I understand correctly.
It does. It does have to do with the mug.
Have you heard the
Did you?
story, Josh?
I have heard the story, and it broke my heart. Like it made me so sad, and it was honestly like one of the sweeter things I've ever heard a human doing. Like if I were that person, your guy, whatever he is to you,
Yeah.
uh, I would genuinely be so incredibly touched by that as a gesture. But I don't think it's going to go well with him.
I diverted the package.
You
You
did to
did.
where?
Well, first off, like so short version to fill everybody in. So
Okay.
Hannah was talking to. Go ahead, Hannah.
Okay.
Give us the story.
Okay. I'm going to try to make this story not as long as it needs to be. I ran into him the other night and everything was fine, casual, whatever. I ended up driving him home from the bar, and again, that was fine. And then we pull up to his apartment, and I was like, "So, like, are you like, are we like, what's happening?" He's like, "Well, I wasn't prepared to like run into you," and I was like, "Yeah, neither was I." And he's like, "So my house is a mess. Like, I don't know that I want you to come inside." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fair. Like, it's fine." But then he didn't want to leave, so we were sitting in my car for probably like 45 minutes, just chit chatting. And then he's like, "Oh, like I could have." gone inside and cleaned already, and like you could have come in. And I was like, okay, well, like maybe let's do that. Because then I also my dog got into this big box of matcha in my room and like threw it up everywhere. So it like destroyed my mattress, my comforter, my pillows, everything. So I was like, I don't really have a bed to sleep on. And he's like, oh my God, like I feel like a dick. Like maybe I should let you sleep here. Anyway, so eventually he's like, okay, like you can come inside and use the bathroom, but like I actually don't know if tonight's the right night, after he originally told me he would let me in. And then he's like, I don't know if it's right. And I was just like, okay, no problem. So I go inside to use the bathroom, and then we're both standing there like, what do we do? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. But then we kind of look at each other, and he's like, no, stay. And I'm like, okay, cool. But his energy felt really off, like really off. And I could have just like gotten into bed, but I was like, I don't know. It just feels like I'm really not wanted here right now. And then,
Just reminding you, this is the short version.
yes,
Okay, go on.
this is the
So
short
far, there's been
version.
no mention of a mug.
Yeah.
Just wait, just wait. so, then, so then his energy feels really off. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, honestly, I'm really uncomfortable. And I was like, whoa, like, okay, like, why? I don't, like, what is going on here? And he's just like, I just know, like, we're gonna lay down and it'll be intimate, and like I'm really trying not to be like going on and on. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not expecting anything to happen, nothing has to happen. Anyways, he keeps like being like, I feel like such a dick, like I shouldn't be doing this feels so wrong. And but like was still at the end of the day kicking me out at 3 a.m. And it was just like really, really strange. Like the dynamic, the energy was really weird, and I felt really icky about it. And I was like, what's happening? Like I literally saw you a week ago. Like why is it so? Anyways, and then I was like spiraling about it. Like, did I fuck it up? This is short. This is short.
It's not. It's not short.
Get to the mug.
Okay. Gosh. So then I was spiraling about it, and I was like, I feel like things are weird, and I'm never gonna be able to speak to him ever again. Then he texted me the other morning a picture of his favorite mug that he broke while washing dishes. And I was just like, oh no, like, not your favorite mug. And he replies with, worst day ever. And I didn't text back. And then I felt kind of bad about not texting back. And I got a little drunk the other night, and I decided I'm going to ship him a new mug to his house and like not tell him, and just like surprise him with a gift.
So nice.
But
It's really
then
sweet.
I was like, I wanted to not tell anybody because I knew everybody was going to be like, absolutely don't do it. And it was going to like make me think like, yeah, actually, maybe I shouldn't do this. But then I can't help myself. And I told people, and everybody was like, you should not do that. And anyways, then I decided last night to divert the package
To where?
to like an Amazon locker at like a 7-Eleven.
Nice. So
Oh,
yeah, it's there in a pinch. If you change your mind, if you get drunk again, you're like, you know what, 7-Eleven locker, let's make it go over to him. Josh, do you think she should have sent this guy who, like, just okay, for people listening at home, I'm going to set up the question shorter for Josh. A really hot girl comes over to your house and she's like, can I sleep over? And you're like, I don't know if I'm feeling it. This could be uncomfortable. I don't have a mug. Okay, that's the short. And so, and then all of a sudden the next day, the girl sends you a mug. Are you happy about the mug?
here's the thing that I think, and again, I don't know this guy. I've
Yeah.
only heard, what you've said about him. I feel like he just like the fact that he was kicking you out of his house at 3 a.m. is so bad that he wasn't like, oh my God, just stay at my place. Like it's insane for you to not like your
Yeah.
dog ate matcha and then matcha'd on your mattress and you can't sleep in your bed. Like fucking just crash at my place. Like there's no universe in which like if you were my friend or someone that I was having a relationship with, I wouldn't be like, yeah, no, this is weird. You shouldn't stay here. Like that's super shitty. So I think the mug, like, I think he probably would have been like he would have felt like he had to go through the motions of like making you feel like he appreciated it. But
Yeah.
I don't know that he genuinely would have. Or if he
See,
would have because he's maybe just selfish.
I think that what he did was, I think he was hanging out with one of his buddies, and he's like, I just broke my mug. I bet I can get Hannah to send me one. And he's like, and his friend's like, $20 you can't. And he's like, $20 I can. and then afterwards she's going to let me borrow her car. And
That's how I got all of my dishware.
yeah, absolutely.
Just
I
ladies
think,
send me
buddy,
cups and plates.
short version, I'm sorry he sucks, but I'm glad that you made the decision to divert the mug. I think it was a good move. It's a good move.
But I'm in my head about it. Again, I'm like, why do I feel bad for not texting him back?
I think because you're in love with
So
him.
dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, God, let's not use that word.
Okay, I think
Okay, you're in love with them.
Hannah, what did I say to you yesterday and when you dropped me off at the Laugh Factory? My exact words.
Be confident.
Be confident. And what else? Do not what?
Well, you made me repeat a lot of words there.
I said, do not hurl your vagina at people who are unworthy. Do not hurl the vagina. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry,
hate
Josh.
everything about that sentence.
I'm sorry. She's laughing. I'm laughing.
So,
You should come on board. We're all
I
having
don't
a good
want.
time.
I don't want to. I don't want to laugh at it.
Oh my
I don't want to laugh at
gosh.
hurl vagina.
Yeah. All right.
But
Well,
that is
okay.
good advice. You shouldn't be with anyone who doesn't value you.
It is true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I say that
But
as
why
someone
did he-
who's been
why
with
did
tons
he-
of people.
Yeah, wait, sorry. No, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say I've been with tons of people who don't value me. So, like, I get it.
I'm just like, why would he text me a picture of that? Like, was it an olive branch to be like, are we still cool?
Or he's just never experienced anything remotely in the same zip code as grief, and his mug breaking was some enormous event to him, which is hilarious.
All right, Hannah, when you think of him, I want you to say this word. No. Just no.
How many envelopes do you just have at the ready?
Just one.
Oh, it's just the one.
Short version. No.
That's on, but no, it's no.
Okay, all right. So we have questions this week. I just want everybody to know because everyone is dying to know. So I had a 2014. I had like almost died because I had like this heart thingy. I had heart failure and an AFib and all this other stuff. Yeah, 2014. No, 2014.
11 years.
I got really sick and I was in the hospital. They thought I was going to die, and I ended up completely healing. But I went to I finally got good insurance in January. So I went to the cardiologist today for the first time with real insurance. And I was horrified. I was so scared. I was like, because I didn't want to have poor heart function. So I like have PTSD about it. And I got there, I have healthy heart function, way healthier than before. So I'm very excited about that. And then
You're the only one of the three of us whose heart is intact.
I know. And then I get my blood work tomorrow. So hopefully that'll be cool too. But very happy, very happy. So let's answer some questions and let's attack them with vim and vigor.
Speaking of attacked, sorry, I just got attacked by my roommate's dog.
What do you mean you got attacked by your roommate's dog? What does that mean?
Wait, look. Do you see this?
Holy shit. On your leg, though, what is it, a Pomeranian? Because that leg is literally like this long.
It's a mini Australian Shepherd, and I was walking out.
It was a mini pin, but it was huge.
It hurts really bad. I was walking out of my house, and she just came up to me and bit me, and I was like, what the fuck?
What if she thought you were a mini Akita? And she was protecting the
came
house?
after you.
I'm like, bro. Yeah, anyways, now my leg's in a lot of pain.
I'm very sorry that you were attacked by a tiny, tiny dog. She was probably hurting you. She's a cattle dog.
Yeah, but why are you biting me?
Yeah, that's how they do it. They run around and bite cows' legs to get them to go where they want them to go.
Well, it's very rude.
Very rude.
Anyways,
all right, let's attack these new questions that we've never heard before.
Should we save some lives?
Save some lives. Let's save some lives.
All right, here it goes. Hi, and welcome to Advice Guys, a weekly advice podcast hosted by me, Josh Perlman, and...
Giant head and blonde girl.
I don't know which is which. Here's the first question. Hey, Josh, Chris, and Hannah. My coworker calls me work wife. Fine, it's whatever. It was harmless till yesterday. He casually leaned over and said, we could go to Vegas or Palm Springs and you could be my real wife for the weekend. Then he stared at me way too long, nodded solemnly, and whispered, "I won't tell." And he lightly touched my wrist. Like a second later, his wife walked in to surprise him and saw the wrist touch. He played it off, but I'm torched. Is this an HR issue? Do I tell his wife or go to Vegas on this fool's dime?
I mean, it depends. If there's it's a two-parter. If you're a skis queen, but you want to go to Vegas, absolutely. Take 2 days of just being, oh, you know what you should do? She should blackmail him. She should go to Vegas on his dime, have the best time of her life, take a bunch of pictures, and then just be like, if you ever fucking do that again, these pictures go to your wife. That'd be huge.
I think going to Vegas, like that's like going to Hawaii with Kevin Spacey. Like if she goes to Vegas with this guy, it's not going to be an enjoyable trip for her.
Yeah, I mean, I just think she should just tell the wife.
Really, you think
Like,
straight for the wife?
You think tell the wife?
yeah, I mean, like, it's just, I think that the behavior of him is sleazy, and like, why, I don't know, I would just be like weirded out by continuing to work with the guy, and I would kind of want to like, why do you think you can speak to me at work that way? And like, think you can, I mean, unless she's like entertaining it back, but I'm like, I don't know, it's just weird. The behavior's weird, and I wouldn't want to be working with someone who has a wife and is trying to get me to pretend to be his real wife for a few days. That's weird.
It's gross.
Yeah, I think he should tell, or she should tell HR.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
just
that's it.
go. I'd just be like, "Dude's hitting on me at work. It's uncomfortable." Also, like, what's wrong with us men? Why do we have to? And I say that as one of them. Why is it our whole deal that we need to have sex with everything?
See, that's weird. I was thinking something totally different. I was thinking, I was thinking like, you know how they call it a tube top?
Yeah.
Sure,
I was thinking like, I never realized that that's where they came up with the nickname for boobs is tubes because it's a tube top. It goes the top of your tubes. That's what I
that's
was
not.
thinking. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
that's weird.
It goes the top of
But
your tubes.
okay.
It's a tube top.
Oh boy.
And you
All
could
right.
also call
Yeah.
you could call the cover of a television a tube top.
Well, yeah,
The
you could call the
cover
cover.
of a
Yeah,
television?
because it's the boob tube, which is strange. Why don't they call it the tube tube? You know what I mean?
It's
That's
a
what I
boob
was
tube
thinking.
because it makes you dumb.
Right, but also boobs make you dumb, do dumb stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, or penises do.
See,
Yeah.
I nicknamed my penis the patriarchy, so that way hot feminists will fuck it.
Jesus,
God. Oh my God.
I need to get rid of my penis.
It's detachable, according to King Missile. All right, so we say one of us says use them for blackmail, one of us says tell the wife, one says tell HR. I believe the choice is yours, friend. Good luck.
All right, question number 2. What up, JCH? I think that's Josh, Chris, and Hannah.
That's I see that. That's good.
I know letters, man.
Yeah.
My dad is the fucking worst at restaurants. He recently discovered the concept of the Riz. I don't. What's the Riz?
Charisma.
It's
Charisma.
charisma. That's that
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can't just say charisma. We needed to breathes
You got a
that. All
bruise.
right.
It started out with some internet children. I feel
Mm,
like, you know.
yeah, that makes sense. Oh,
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
internet children.
Yeah. Those internet children are skibbity toilet. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, they're totally skibbity toilet. He now spends every family outing testing it on waitresses. He says things like, "My name is Dave, and you're my server, but I can serve you if you want. I don't chase, I attract." These women are half his age. My mom is unfazed, too unfazed. The weirdest part is that the servers seem to like it. How do I tell my dad to stop him? I think embarrassing. Yeah, embarrassing me and my mom. Or should I accept that this is what comes with a free meal? Signed, Tara.
Hannah, you
First of all,
wait
the
tables.
waitresses don't like it. The waitresses are just acting like they like it
No.
because they want the fucking tips.
Yeah, exactly. I can't tell you the amount of times working in the service industry for the last like 7 years. People will like try to laugh and make jokes with you, and I'm like, ah, the second I walk away. I am completely no emotions
All
whatsoever.
right, we're
One
gonna
of my
role play.
favorite things in the world, one of my favorite things in the world is seeing servers turn away from a table and seeing that smile just vanish
Yep.
as they
It's
walk
so
away.
quick.
I
It's so
fucking love
quick.
it. Oh, I
Let's
love it so much.
let's do a scene right now. In this scene, I am at lunch with my husband Josh and Hannah. You are our server. I used to be straight, but now I'm married to Josh,
Okay.
and I'm kind of going to be exploring with our new server Hannah. And with this
Yeah.
short scene, you greet us, and then we'll go from there. Josh, you ready to go?
I am.
All right, here we go. And action. Hannah approaches table.
Hello there, guys. How are we doing tonight?
Is that a tube top?
Um,
Christopher.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Go on, Hannah.
um, it is. Can I get you guys some water? We've got sparkling, bottled spring, filtered tap, whatever your
Are
preference.
you thirsty?
Christopher.
I should maybe drink some water. Yeah, but I'm here to help you guys out right now.
When you say help us out,
Christopher.
when you say help us out, can you expand on that, please?
I'll help you walk you through the menu. I'll take your drink orders, your food orders. I'll course things out for you, and I'll make sure you guys have a great dinner.
Now, when you say dinner and scene, all right. So,
Christopher.
was that the level of uncomfort you would be at, Hannah, or were you just totally faking it? Just oh my god, you switched to the face right there. You switched to the over it. Oh, wow, you're really good. That's a great job.
Um. Oh gosh. Sometimes I have to catch myself though. I will be laughing at a table, and then I have to remind myself to keep smiling until I am far enough away because I will switch it off so fast.
Yeah, I mean, this guy hitting on the waitresses or flirting with the waitresses or whatever he's doing, it's no different than essentially thinking strippers like you. No, they're literally just here for the money.
They
They don't like you, Chris.
what?
They don't actually like you.
Oh,
Remember when your buddy thought that stripper really, really liked him in Vegas?
yeah, and then you had to walk over to him and tell him she's gonna start charging you soon, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, she's gonna want a wire in the next few minutes.
That's crazy. Did you see Nora?
No, I
didn't.
haven't seen it yet.
Is it adorable?
It's pretty great. It's Pretty Woman without a condom. I mean,
I don't know that I've
Isn't
ever
that
seen
just
Pretty Woman.
Juno?
could be.
Juno.
Juno is just Pretty Woman without a condom.
It's very Pretty Woman, but raw. I really enjoyed it. It's dark. It's really
Is she a
fucking
sex
dark.
worker in it?
She is
Yeah, I think so.
She's a rentable. She works at a club, but if you want to hang out with her outside of work, you have to rent her.
You pay money for services.
Yeah, and she does well.
Maybe I should
Anyways.
get into the sex work game.
I think you should.
Do that.
Wait, didn't we? We had it. I remember once. It was about a year ago. We had a porn star on the show, and Hannah was like,
Yeah, we did.
I maybe.
Look, if I didn't have dreams in life, fuck yeah, I'd go pop my pussy. Are you fucking kidding?
Jesus.
Wow, I think I'm rubbing off on you.
Who was the porn star you had on?
Sylvia Sage.
Oh yeah, she does stand up. I know Sylvia.
Yeah, she's great, and she does very well in the adult film industry.
Yeah.
She's great.
Okay, pop my pussy's a little aggressive, but I think
Little Christopher.
I think everybody's why don't you do OnlyFans? You could make a fucking killing. Yeah, I could, but I want to be something more than that. And
When OnlyFans was starting out, there were a few friends of mine who were just like, you should just jack off on OnlyFans. You'll make tons of money. And I was like, that's really nice of you, by the way, to think that I'd be able to garner a market. But yeah, no, I could never do that. I could never do porn or sex work or anything like that. I would just feel gross.
I don't think I would really give a fuck about what people or if I didn't have goals in life. Is what I'm trying to get at. If I didn't have goals to be something and someone or get somewhere, I don't think I would care. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna make millions of dollars.
I get it. Sure. Yeah, I think first off, I think OnlyFans is gross. Follow me on OnlyFans at Santa Comes Once a Year, and that's my handle.
That's a great handle for you.
Thanks. Well, thank you. I figured. No, I think that it's like I, I can't help it. Like I remember my dad. My dad was that guy. He would always talk to waitresses, and he would feel the need to tell them how attractive they were, and they just couldn't stand it. And when I was younger, it embarrassed me. But when I was older, I was like, yeah, you need to not do that. But he needed to do it in his soul. I couldn't
Mm.
figure out the reason, and it was harmless. He didn't have any intention to do anything. He just wanted to tell someone they were pretty.
Last night, my friend Holly came, who I introduced to you as Sarah
Yeah.
on accident. That
Yeah,
went well.
that's why I was
Yeah,
so confused.
I
was
know.
like, wait.
I'm so good at everything. I'm really
I was
great.
like, wait, I'm Hannah and you're. She's like, Holly. Like,
Yeah, I
I
know.
just said that, and I was
Well, because Holly and Scott have a friend named Sarah who is also supposed to come. So I like had in my head like, hey, where's Sarah? And then I just was like, this is Sarah, like a fucking jerk. But so then to like make up for that, because I felt so stupid for introducing her by the wrong name, I was like, you look really pretty tonight. And then I was immediately like, you can't just tell ladies they look pretty anymore. It's 2025. So then I was like, not that I should be the arbiter of like looks or beauty or anything like that. I just wanted to say that I thought you looked pretty. It was all awful. It was so bad.
So he backed out of it as it happened.
That's when I just got on the bull. I just
Right.
ran and rode the bull to get away from it.
It makes sense. It makes total sense. All right. So we just say accept your dad for being your dad, and it's kind of gross, but he's not really hurting anybody. The mom obviously isn't threatened by it.
I don't say accept your dad. I say sit down with your dad and just run him through exactly what a server's life is and just be like, these women, you're holding hostage to your riz. They don't like it. They're just acting like they do because they want tips.
Yeah.
Stop it, Dad. You're making a fool of yourself.
One of them could have even been recently attacked by a min pin.
Sure. Or a tiny Australian shepherd.
All right, question number 3.
Hey, squad. Tell Hannah if she ever wants to move to Seattle and run an Airbnb with me, I'll make her eggs all the time. Ew. Who wants eggs all the time?
All the time.
Like, yeah, all the time is psychotic. That guy's
all
just
the time.
making eggs all the time.
But maybe he's trying to say that he's got lots of money.
well,
I don't think so. He's running an
why
Airbnb.
are we running an Airbnb in Seattle and he's only making me eggs?
I gotta tell you, I understand why the suicide rate is high in Seattle.
Yeah, I can, apparently.
Anyway, I'm addicted to Wordle. It's my porn.
That's a
Sometimes,
turn.
yeah, it's a hard turn. Like, hey, Hannah, I'll make you eggs all the time if you come to Seattle and run this Airbnb with me. I also love word games. It's my porn. Sometimes I wait until it resets at 12:01 so I can play twice in one day. I bought the New York Times app so I can play all the archive ones, but I'm caught up. On the days I can't play, I get really sad. Is this normal or am I lonely? When I say it's like porn, I don't mean I watch it and jerk off. But by the way, this guy's really selling you on the move up to Seattle. If you don't do it, I will.
Oh my God.
But when I get it right on the second or third time, I swear I could absolutely get a boner. What a jerk. Is this something I should worry about? Do
Yes.
either of you Wordle connections?
I mean,
New York Times Mini?
I play Wordle, and I've for sure been sometimes like, oh, it happens to be the next, like, it's midnight, like, I'll play again. But, like, am I sitting there upset about it, or, like, even fantasizing the idea, oh, if I get it right and I get a boner? Like, no.
No,
Ew.
it doesn't pop that. I can't even say it. I couldn't bring myself to say it.
I just want to say our fans are the coolest fans in the world.
Only fans.
Our only fans who like eggs. That's an OnlyFans thing. Come on. That's, you know how big of an OnlyFans page that would be? The guy made and jerks off playing Wordle and makes eggs. I'd sign up.
I would watch that. Yeah, I would pay for that subscription. I have an unhealthy relationship with, like, every morning I do Wordle, the New York Times crossword, I do connections. Then I do Quirtle, Octortle, and Cetaquirtle, which is
no.
Wordle with 4, Wordle with 8, and then Wordle with 16. Every morning I do it, and there are varying levels from easy to, like, they call it extreme, which
Wait,
there's
these are
nothing.
all on the New York Times app?
No.
Oh.
Octortle, Quirtle, Octortle, and Cetaquirtle are all their own thing. But like I do attach like meaning to how my day is gonna go if I don't get all of them right.
Okay, well that's concerning.
Yeah,
and
no, it's not great. I
and
don't
you
get a
think Egg
boner.
Guy?
It's the opposite. Egg Guy has a better relationship with it. He gets happy. I don't get happy if I get them right. I only get miserable and decide today's going to be horrible if I don't get them all right. And I didn't get them all right on my birthday, and I was fucking pissed about it.
Maybe that's why you fell off the ball.
Maybe that is why I
Yeah.
fell off the ball. It's the first
Yeah.
time I've fallen off that fucker.
I think I like Wordle. I mean, it has no impact on my erections. It really doesn't. It's
Do you
just
still
regular.
get those?
No,
Yeah. Are you like taking Hims?
I don't know what Hims is.
I think it's like a chewable Viagra. What was hilarious is like the day after the election, my Instagram feed was like all Hims ads. And I was like, guys, read the room.
Oh, that's really funny. Oh yeah, chewable Viagra. That'd be fun, I guess.
Not for anyone around you.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, by the way, this guy's name is Xavier.
Xavier.
So if you're looking for a Xavier, Hannah, you could go up and get those eggs.
All right, but like in fairness, Josh, and audience, couldn't you just see like 3 weeks from now? Okay, so I got drunk and I went to Seattle and I was hanging out with Zavi, and Zavi and we're like Zavi. And you're like Xavier, but I call him Zavi. He's sweet. Yeah, the Wordle's a thing, but couldn't you just see her doing that?
I could see me doing that. Wait, me or her?
Both.
Yeah, I could see me drunk waking up in Seattle and just be like, "What's
With
up,
eggs.
Zabes?"
Zavi. Yeah, that's cool. And then you'd be really pale. And
I hope he's my white Xavier.
See, I was gonna say he would call him Sauvignon Blanc because he's white.
Young Blanc?
Sauvignon
Blanc. Dear
Oh.
God.
My God.
This is stretch.
Unreal.
That was Christina Ricci.
I was. Zavi, I gotta say, nothing wrong with Wordle. You're into what you're into. It's not hurting anybody. Hannah, you want to break him the news?
I mean, I feel bad. He's like, he listens. I don't want to discourage him from listening to us, but
it's okay to tell him you're not going to move to Seattle and let him make you eggs. I think he'll probably keep listening.
Just basically say, Zavi, the pussy remains unpopped.
It hurts so much when you say that word.
Never said that phrase.
I really wish you hadn't.
I can't wait to see your mom comments.
I want to meet your mom, Hannah.
She's awesome.
I've never met her. I met Hannah for the first time last night.
I know, crazy.
That is nuts. All right, well, let's move on. Question number 4.
Question number 4. Hi! My BFF, Kathy, and I are ride or die. Always. Best friends since the 11th grade. We cover for each other little white lies, got your back type of shit. Mostly with boys and dating. Cut to Friday. She came over drunk and asked if I would alibi her. I said, I got you, baby girl. What happened? Assuming she blew off Mike. That's the guy she's dating. That's when I deeply regretted saying that. She told me that she helped her other friend move a body. It was a cat. They ran over her neighbor's cat and threw it in a dumpster. The neighbor had video and already busted her friend, but she is blurry in the video. So I agreed to cover for her. Yet then yesterday, the police called. What the fuck do I do? I hate cats, but this is so much weirder than I'm prepared for. JJ, fake name, obviously.
Hannah, would you hide a body for anybody?
Yeah, for sure.
You would?
Who?
Definitely my friend Maddie and my friend Maria, for sure. I would probably hide a body for them.
Chris, is there anyone you'd hide a body for?
Probably not.
There's one person I would hide a body for. There's one person I'd go to prison for my friend Justin. I would literally do anything. I'd step in front of a train or a bullet or go to prison for him.
I think I would probably for Michelle. I mean, but I would talk to
I
her
would
about
hope.
it first. Yeah, I mean, she couldn't really move the body by herself. She couldn't move
You
the
won't
body
make
by
a
herself.
reservation at a restaurant, but you'd move a body for her?
No, I'm good at reservations
You
now.
don't make reservations?
I'm good at reservations now. Yeah, I do.
Oh, now? Like, I
I
remember us being on a walk and you being like, Michelle is so mad at me because she was like, I want you to take me out on a date. And I was like, okay, like, pick a restaurant and tell me when. And I was like, buddy, what she's asking you is for you to pick a restaurant and tell her when.
I have learned that. I've
Okay.
learned it. But yeah, absolutely. I didn't factor in any of that before.
That was one of my favorite conversations we've ever had. You were like, I don't get it. Like, why is she upset?
I definitely ghosted a guy once who like asked me out on a date, but then told me to make the reservations, and I was like, no.
yeah, fuck that shit. Make a
No.
reservation,
Fuck that.
dude. Step up.
No.
It's the bar is so low for us men that really all you got to do is like make a reservation at a restaurant, pay, and let someone sleep at your place at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's it.
So easy.
It's so easy. But also, it'd be really cool is if we made a T-shirt for that guy, the creepy dad who eats breakfast or dinner at the places
Yeah.
with his kid, and we should make a T-shirt that says "Chivalry is Dad," and he would totally wear it because it'd be super cool. Because like chivalry is dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
no,
be awesome.
I get it.
Hey, Sauvignon Blanc is going to win us a Poddy Award.
That's not a.
Poddy.
That's not.
Oh,
I
what
think you
award?
should get the guy you're dating a T-shirt with like a fractured mug that says "You're Mugly."
Yeah, that'd be good.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think you should
What?
have 100 T-shirts made, Hannah, that are all in guy sizes that you would date, so small, or skinny, or tattooed size, and they should all say, "I dated Hannah, and all I got was ghosted."
Let's help this human though, who's potentially needs to cover for someone who threw a cat
Okay.
in a dumpster.
I've
Yeah.
got a great idea. If the girl doesn't want to like fully be the alibi, I think she could potentially, it depends on how far the cops are really going to look into it, and if this girl JJ, whoever wrote in, has security cameras around her apartment. But she could say, I let my friend, my friend said she was coming over, but I was out running errands, so I don't know if she was really here or not. So like,
Oh, that's an interesting move. I
it like
would
gives
be
her the alibi, but the responsibility doesn't lie on her if it bites her in the ass.
Yeah, I would. If I were you, JJ, this is what I would do. I would get proactive. I would call the police and I would just be like, hey, my friend Cynthia has been at my house. She was at my house on Thursday from like 9 to midnight. We were watching the British Bake Off, and there's no way she killed a cat. Who mentioned a cat? Why are you bringing up cats? Anyway, she wasn't anywhere near the dumpster. Why do you keep guys mentioning dumpsters and just do that? That's what I would do.
Yeah, I think those are both really good ideas. I think Hannah's idea is the winner. As far as just pretend that your friend, well, that gets you off the hook, and it allows, it alibis your friend.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. But I mean, if this were like a reality show, it would be like 6 more episodes of everybody trying to figure out who killed the cat. But I mean, I wouldn't even be worried because the cat's got 8 more lives, so the cat will be fine.
I would buy the neighbor the book, Save the Cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, or just give it a hat and be like, you're one cat away from this hat.
Jesus Christ.
Get him a T-shirt with a cat in a dumpster.
Yep.
Also, super dark. They just murdered that guy's cat.
I know, that is sad. R.I.P. cat.
R.I.P. cat. Next question.
Is this the last one, or we have more?
This is the last one.
All right, let's wrap it up. Hannah, you've been looking at the camera the whole time. How's it feel?
I'm trying really hard.
You've really showed up today.
Such bad ADD, ADHD. I want to look at everything. I want to be playing with this stupid fucking cord. I'm just like, okay, I can't.
Nope. Focus. You're doing great. We're in the home stretch. All right, here we go.
All right. Yo, I really like this boy. He's celibate and a musician. Haha, JK. I got you, Hannah.
I can't.
But apparently, you and I, we love fuckboys. I'm into this dude, but he always says the most disturbing shit about women. He says I don't understand where he's coming from, and he loves women. But I was scrolling one night, and I realized he's been quoting Andrew Tate. I want to legit die, but also the sex is fire. Help. Horny and clueless with way too little confidence. Horny and clueless with way too little confidence is what I want on my tombstone. That's 100%. Or he died the way he lived, upsetting women.
I think any guy that watches Andrew Tate and is quoting it or like is watching it out of his free will, like no.
For those who don't know, like Andrew Tate is a low rent kickboxing piece of shit Jordan Peterson ripoff.
But like that, like he like does not respect women, and it's just like he's like, of course, like he's not gonna respect that girl.
Yeah, no, and there's nothing more insidious than this like Butker Harrison fucking move of like telling women that the only way for them to be happy is to be trad wives and all this bullshit and this like pseudo psychology using to manipulate women into like knowing their place and that in some way like empowering them. It's all fucking bullshit. And Andrew Tate's the fucking worst.
He's like the Florida of people.
Florida wants to kick him out, right? Wasn't Florida like fuck that
true.
guy?
Wasn't he not in
Florida,
the U.S.? Like, isn't he?
He was in He got arrested in Bulgaria because he ordered pizza, and
is that illegal in Bulgaria?
On it, and no, but they were looking for him. That's how they caught him.
He got Luigi.
They catch everybody. Yeah, everybody gets pizzaed. Like, what? Wasn't that
there was
guy?
A serial killer.
Killer?
There was a serial killer. And they found his DNA on like a fucking slice of pizza you left at a restaurant.
What?
Pizza will get you.
Yeah. That's this brings me to the TV show I'm pitching, Fast Food Detective.
Oh, that's
just
good.
A guy who works at a McDonald's. He busts criminals.
I mean, it's very obvious. Fast Food Detective used to be a mechanical bull rider with a min pin who attacked small people.
The show writes itself.
I mean, it really does. And then the opening scene, he's sitting there and he's like, how did I get this mug mailed to me? And then he's got to use fast food to try to figure it out.
This girl needs to break the fuck up with that guy.
Yeah.
Hannah. Seriously, this girl, you need to have some self-respect and leave this guy.
It's true. It's true. I mean, but first off, I mean, everybody should be excited. And by everybody, I mean Hannah, because you're getting so much fan reach out. You got eggs and other girls like, I got you, girl. Nobody ever says that to Josh and I.
Literally last night when we were at Saddle Ranch and I met, who was it, Jackie?
Jaqueline.
You're like, oh, like this Hannah, like I do a podcast with her, and she's like, you're Hannah. It's like, yeah. She's like, oh, you have to tell me what's going on. Like, yeah.
People are engaged. People want to know what's going on with you and the musician fuckboy.
People want to know my story.
Yeah.
But I fear that, and I know we don't have time to go into it now. I fear though that because we didn't record last week, they missed a chapter, but it's fine.
I think that they'll be okay.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be okay. I think they know what happened.
Yeah, I think they'll figure it out. I mean, they'll be fine. I mean, and also, if you're interested in hearing this story in its entirety, and believe me, she will tell you. Reach out to Hannah on her Instagram at Little Hannah Sucks and just leave your phone number. She will leave you a voice text that is longer than the Freebird solo.
And send her some eggs.
And send her some eggs, and it'll be wonderful. Squad, I think we did fantastic work this week. I think we helped everybody. I think we saved a lot of lives. Josh, your portion of the show that we end with?
Please send your questions to adviceguys11@gmail.com. We will help you fix whatever's wrong with your life because we're basically doctors.
Yes, and if you have any questions for me, as always, you can text 310-696-8151. Hannah, do your many voices.
Did you give your number out?
That's not your real number, is it?
Yeah, 555-5557. Yeah, I always give my number out, and it's like every once in a while I get people who text, but it's never harmless. I mean, it's never a
That's
problem.
weird. I would never
What?
give my number out. That's insane.
Yeah, because you don't have a
That's
phone.
true. I think Saddle Ranch has a phone though.
Yeah,
um,
and Hannah wouldn't give her phone number out because she'd be sending too many eggs
True.
or mugs.
Hannah won't even give me her
or
number.
mugs. It's because you have no
It's
phone.
true. I lost it at Saddle Ranch last night.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Here I
here we go.
go. Wherever you're listening to your podcast, I hope you're streaming it iTunes, Apple, Spotify. And I hope you tune in. And if you're on YouTube, you can like, subscribe, comment what you want to hear from us, what questions you have, or you can email us. You can follow us on Instagram. We all have our own Instagrams. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Was that a Boston accent?
Totally.
Or I thought was it Australian underwater?
I think it was just like it was stereotypical Southern.
Stereotypical
My
Southern.
friends and I, when we were in middle school, we had a bit where we pretended to be hillbillies all day, and like that's how we would just talk for 8 hours straight during the school day.
It's a fun bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a kind tribute to them that you just did. Thanks for listening to the Newberg podcast with Newberg and Hannah, as well as Advice Guys with Large Head and Blonde Girl. Next week we will talk to you, or before that, or just turn around because we're literally standing right behind you. Have a nice week, everyone.